What began as a showcase of New England's agriculture in the fall of 1917 has grown into a spectacular autumn tradition. Here at the Big E, one can still see more than 25 breeds of cattle, sheep, goats, and hogs, and so much more. From the Avenue of the States to the magic of the Midway, visitors can travel back in time, catch the circus or some beads from the Mardi Gras parade, or, my personal favorites, shop and eat. It's a 17-day extravaganza of entertainment, education, and eating. And after the year we've had so far here in Western Massachusetts, the 95th annual fair could not have been more welcome.
And there's been a lot of challenges for folks this past year. We've had a lot of snow, we had the tornadoes, there's been a lot of floods. And I think the Big E offers a little bit of relief for folks and they put some of that stuff on the shelf, at least for a few hours.
And that's exactly what we decided to do one day this week, play hooky from work. Well, not really, because technically I was working.
She said there's fools on the highway, drag racing and
Entertainment certainly tops the lineup, from the skinny German juggle boy
Would you slow down?
to the mechanical man, and what many consider one of the highlights, the Mardi Gras parade. The elaborate parade floats were built in New Orleans and have become a tradition of the Big E.
Weekdays, the Mardi Gras floats go twice a day, 1 o'clock and 8 o'clock in the evening. And then on Saturday and Sunday, they're part of our big 5 o'clock parade. And during the 17 days, they tell me we throw about 500,000 strands of those famous Mardi Gras beads.
And as part of our work on this beautiful day, videographer Bill Pecosha and I donned our uniforms and became part of the entertainment. And let me tell you, it's not as easy as it looks. But we did have a lot of fun. Along with entertainment, one of the hallmarks of the Big E has always been its showcase of agriculture. The preservation of the New England state's agricultural land is encouraged through live exhibits and hands-on demonstrations of farming techniques. One of the most popular is in the Massachusetts building, where members of the Hampden County Beekeepers Association are on hand to share information on beekeeping, honey, and the plight of the bees across the region.
We're having a decline in agriculture because the farmers are going out of business. Consequently, the wild bee population is shrinking because the cover crop that the farmer used to provide is not available anymore. But we still have a lot of wildflowers and wild trees, and there has been a huge increase in our club activity because the new generation wants to learn about beekeeping and have a beehive in their backyard and a chicken coop.
If this man looks familiar, it's probably because we're related.
My daughter, Sharon Roulier, one of the best TV personalities in the reel-to-reel has.
Did I pay you to say that?
No, you didn't, but $5 would be enough.
Well, maybe if he's a good boy, I'll get him a Maine baked potato. Speaking of food, on to the gastronomical highlights. Arguably what keeps people coming back year after year.
Every year we come to the Big E since she was absolutely a newborn.
And what's the big draw?
It's got to be the food. Everybody talks about the food. She smelt the pickles from inside there, believe it or not.
From pickles to corn dogs, to fried dough, fried Oreos, cream puffs. It's one of the new creations this year, the Hot Diggity Dog.
It's a cheese-infused hot dog that's wrapped in bacon, has barbecue sauce on a bun, has a spicy coleslaw, cheddar cheese, and jalapeno peppers.
This one is not for the light eater, that's for sure.
I mean, it's a lot to eat. It's a pretty big bun. It's a lot of bread, and it's a lot of hot dog, and there's a lot on it. So, you know, for me, one is plenty, but we've had several people come back and rave about it and say, give me another one, and we're more than happy to do that.
And sales are sure to rise, literally, next week as the Big E celebrates New England Navy Week with artifacts from the USS Constitution, a flight simulator, and performances by the Navy Band. I'm sure plenty of hungry sailors will be making their way around the fair.